Yo, what's the deal, fam? Gotta take some time to show some love and commend Jermaine Cole, J. Cole, on the way he's handled himself post-battle, or lack thereof. Some people were upset that he didn't get engaged in battle with Kendrick and Drake. I was one of the ones who felt like, yo, it was gonna get messy. Why put yourself through that if your heart isn't in it? But we had some purists who uphold principles who felt like he should have gotten the ring anyway. But that's not what this is about. I want to shed light on what he's doing post-battle. He got to work. He got quiet. He didn't make it about himself. He's giving the fans, his following, what they're seeking, which is content from him, as well as live shows. Forest Hill Drive is coming up on a 10-year anniversary. To commemorate that, he's going on a tour. And one of those stops is going to be Madison Square Garden. And I have no doubt in my mind that's going to sell out. It's going to sell out, which is a testament that he hadn't lost his supporters. People understand. And some people still, if not all, respect, or a high percentage, respect his music and the way he conducts himself out here. Lately, I've been listening to his audio series, Inevitable, and it's a reminder as to why I became a fan or a supporter in the first place. And it also harkens back to, or makes me think back on the people who are upset that he didn't really engage in the battle. I don't think they were really upholding any principles. I think they were mad that he didn't give them an opportunity to be entertained. And I think that's unfair, because in episode 1, if you just listen to the Inevitable series, you start to hear and be reminded of his humble beginnings in hip hop. It almost makes you, as a listener, feel as though he's channeling your experiences, in the sense that we all started somewhere. We were all bit by that bug of hip hop, and we went down a rabbit hole, which led us to where we are today. He goes on to speak about the work ethic and how he was introduced to hip hop and what he loves about it, and why he wanted to get into it. His writing process, how he never knows how, and this is episode 1, he doesn't know how, when he begins the process, where the story is going to end. He goes line for line, and the story begins to unfold. And he usually does it, his biggest records, he stated, the ones that he loves the most, he sits down in one place and he works the ideas out until he's complete. Until it's complete. And as a fan, I'm big on the process. Some people like the product once it's went through manufacturing, and if the plastic is put on and you can open it up. But I'm big on, especially in life, the why. Why did you do that? Why did you make that decision? Why did you decide to sample that? Why did you use this word as opposed to that word? Why did you have this individual mix the record? Why did you have this producer come in? Why did you choose that composer or bass player to play the bass line? I'm big on the why. And this audio series checks that box. You know, he goes on to speak about humble beginnings, how one of his mentors, I believe his name is Nervous, is giving him beats, and he wanted to become a producer in his own right, because he felt like the beats he was getting, they were cool, but he wasn't getting that heat from those who was giving him beat CDs. And he asked his mom to invest in his dream to get a drum machine. Initially, he wanted an MPC 2000 OG, not the XL, the OG. But he stumbled upon a drum machine in his local music store, the ASR, I believe it's the X. It's not the 10. There's the ASR. It wasn't the keyboard, it's the one with the pads. I think it's the same drum machine Large Professor used for Nas' Star Wars. And he asked his mom, and eventually she said yes. She put it on layaway, and she made payments for an entire year to purchase his first drum machine. And stuff like that makes you, or it kind of confirms why individuals like him end up being a success. The patience, the true love of the art, the genre, the process. He's all in, and that's why I became a fan of his work. And just listening to that audio series, it's a reminder we can always get caught up in individuals speaking about what they have and the riches and monetary gain. But what is your story like? how did you fall in love in hip hop? What is your genesis? And from our perspective, J. Cole is all that an artist should embody. He had a dream, he worked hard until it came to fruition, which requires work ethic. He doesn't mind asking for help. And he's humble enough and transparent enough to share his experiences. He doesn't allow his fame or riches or where he stands right now to put him in a position where he sells dreams to his fans or supporters or anyone else listening. He lets you know that there's a process. You got to put that work in. It's not all easy. And now look where he is today. Once again, man, salute to J. Cole. I just had to take this time because the way he's handling himself is grown man-ish. He didn't allow what we thought or the status quo on how he should handle certain things put him in a position to where he jumped out the window, right? He didn't like the way he was moving. He apologized for it. He moved on. And now, in hindsight, which has only been less than 6 months, you can see how things are totally unfolded. And he made the right decision in my eyes. You may not agree. I'm not trying to convince you or anyone else. But I feel that because we went from children being mentioned, wives, friends, and J. Cole just sitting in the cut, just living his life. Was the battle really worth it? And I have a question for individuals who are mad about him not stepping up and battling. Now that Drake has taken the L convincingly and decided to take legal action, is he now disqualified from being a GOAT?